Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Carolina Case Farm here. We are going to spend some time with straw today, mostly. We got all the straw off of this upper field, and now, the sheep are doing well. Farm is progressing nicely. One thing I had talked about was the possibility of getting rid of these chickens. So we might do that this episode too. But for right now, I'm going to tab over and get our tractor, which I didn't bring home from the last time I recorded. I had a little bit of a layover or layoff. I don't know what the right word is, but um, I didn't play for a little while. I did the Christmas episode for 2023. If you didn't check that out, I spent an hour on with the Farmall Anniversary Pack, which was great. And to be frank, I may continue that series because I really liked the Farmall. I think it was a 1466 that I had on that, and then the newer Farmall 120. It's a 120C or C120, some version of that number. I really enjoyed playing that. So if you haven't checked that out, also we should be having a new episode on the AGCO series here soon as well. I appreciate people sticking with the channel. I had talked in the last episode about some stats, and then promptly lost 4 subscribers in like a week. So I don't know if the talking about the stats upset some people, or maybe it was just a coincidence. Sometimes people get banned, or they lose their accounts on YouTube. Sometimes people just lose interest in the game, so they move on. Maybe I said something that they didn't like. I don't know, but we're here now, and we're playing on this farm. This Anderson group, that's cool, but I don't know. I mean, the main reason we grew the grain crop over here was for the chickens, and we may be getting rid of the chickens just because the cracked corn requirement doesn't really make sense for our setup. There might come a time that we have so much wealth that it won't matter, but it certainly matters for us right now. So we'll go ahead and get some of this baled up, and then maybe take some over there. I think what we learned last episode was that we probably don't have the horsepower to haul that thing completely full, but if we get, maybe 10 or 12 bales, we'd be able to haul that over. I haven't had a whole lot of comments on the tractor choices here, or the theme choice overall, really. Be curious to know what you guys think. And since this isn't a completely vintage series, I'm not sure if I, maybe lost some viewership from that, but I like it. I really do. I like this map. I would personally be okay with bringing the modern. Sorry for swerving there. We're bringing the modern case to this one, but honestly, the one that I have in mind, it's priced at I think it was 70,000 or 90,000, something like that. That one I do want to get. What I might do is play Well, we have to play until we can sell the grain at max. I want to say it was something like, yeah, so we could sell some of our wheat, but didn't we have, okay, we already sold our soybeans off. But the oats, if we look, the oats will max out in December. So if we can go ahead and hold off until December and sell our oats, we might be able to have a good savings towards that new tractor that we wanted to get. And then we'll have it for next year. And that will help our productivity to have a, sorry about this. I don't know why I'm going in circles here. I'm just trying to get turned around. But I like the horsepower and size match pairing here with this tractor. We don't make a ton, as you know. We don't make a ton off of the straw, but it feels so wasteful to me to just lose it. I think the next crop we do, I don't know. I keep going back and forth, and I haven't had comments to clarify what you guys think, but I think that hillside field I might go ahead and put in grass, just because then we'll have a constant stream of bales for the sheep, and sorry, I just want to get these random bits that I missed. And then we can use this field for cash crops, which, part of what I'm pointing out is we lose so much of our profits by having to lease a harvester that, I don't know, I'm contemplating maybe looking into something else. If we get rid of our chickens, the sheep will be a little bit of steady income, and then we can use this field. Like canola, we still would have to harvest with the regular harvester, but I don't know what makes sense. We could maybe get into the silage business, but that seems silly to do on not a cattle farm. Oh, we're at 100. I don't know. Things didn't pan out how I wanted them to because of that mod with the chickens. We would be already producing eggs and well on our way if things worked out how I had planned. But you guys that play this game know the best laid plans often go awry. Speaking of rye, that's a crop we could plant. I know that camera angle is not everybody's favorite, but it helps me turn around a little bit more precisely. What do you think we'll get out of this field? 25 bales? Probably not. 15 bales. So close. Come on. There we go. And there's really not any rush to get these fields turned over. We can plant grass in that other field in the spring. I don't know what to plant here. Also, feel free to drop map recommendations if you have maps you want me to check out. I'm really enjoying this Carolina map, and I like the Ohio Midlands map that the Agco farm is on. But if I decide to start another save, I always like to have maps. I have a few European maps that I want to try. I've been thinking about just doing a straight up modern European playthrough. Maybe just for myself. I don't know that it fits on the channel. So, I also have this idea. I don't know if anybody would care to watch it, but I have an idea to do, like, instead of making a whole series where there's 10, 12, 20 episodes, whatever, I thought about doing essentially like a trilogy where maybe the episodes themselves are a little bit longer, but do like the first in the trilogy. Part 1 would be the setup, so we buy the farm, get all the equipment, maybe do the first plow, plant cycle, something like that. And then the second part of the trilogy, instead of being, episode 2, it's same crop, same field, same everything, but let the second part of the trilogy be like 5 years into the save, or 3 years into the save, something like that, so that there's a real sense of progress that I've gotten done between episodes. And then the third part would be, maybe 10 years in, to show you like what all we've been able to build, and that would give you guys a quicker payoff between concept and completion. Now that would mean a lot more of me playing on my own, but I noticed there's a drop off in viewership when you have a series, because people are interested in the initial idea, but then they're like, I got stuff to do. They're not necessarily interested in catching every piece of it. They just kind of want to know. They want to follow the story without necessarily watching all of the gameplay. So I'm thinking a trilogy idea like that could be cool, because then you still get what you want out of it, which is to watch the farm grow, see the choices that were made and how they played out. I still get to play the game, and everybody wins. So I may do that with the European idea. I don't know. We'll see. Sorry about all these bits I'm missing. I know there's people having an absolute aneurysm right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're at. We'll probably do 2 more bales, and then we'll take these ones for sale. For sale. We'll take them for sale. Or to sell them. It is a very satisfying feeling, though, to harvest a crop that you planted as opposed to one that was already in when you started the save or bought the land. I'm excited to get that other tractor in. The funny thing is, some of you are going to look at it and be like, because it's like, I think it's the early version of the Magnum. Let me look. I forget what it's called. It's, yeah, this guy. So it's not the Magnum. It's a 7200 series. But some of you are going to be like, wasn't that in like 2 farm sims ago? Yeah, it was. But I didn't really use it that much. At that point, I was so interested in trying to get vintage equipment that I didn't use that one. Even though it is kind of vintage if you think about it. I think that 7200 series is what? Mid to late 90s? And for some of us of a certain age, the 90s aren't that long ago. But in reality, it's 30 years ago. Therefore, by legal definition, isn't it 25 years? Is like you could register a vehicle as an antique? Oh, I should have looked at the price while I was there. I'm gonna do it again. 88,000. Yeah. I knew it was way more than we have, but if we get, well, that's base. So by the time we add a front loader and forks, maybe a bucket, it'll be up there. But if we decide to go to lean into the sheep farm part of this and not so much the chickens, and we don't have a combine expense, that completely changes the economics of this farm. So, something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind. Okay, I know that's the wrong way to turn, but bear with me. Turn. Good. Turn. Are we gonna get another one? Or are we gonna get to the end? I think we'll get one before the end. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Another nice thing, I don't know if we could afford to buy one of these bale picker-uppers, but we probably won't do a whole lot more with straw, right? We won't need to. We won't do crops that give us straw. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna regret not moving that bale that's right by the baler. Down you go. This is a sweet piece of kit, though. This tractor feels just a little bit too small, but we make it work. I think the one of these that I used, an FS19, was a little bit smaller. I think it only did 2 bales at a time rather than 3. Is there one down here? No. So we'll see if we can pick all of these. I just don't want to overload it and make it so that this tractor can't handle it. That's why we're doing a partial. Can we get this? Can we get it? Can we do it? Ooh, close. Got it. I mean, the physics on that was a little bit janky, but we are not gonna complain. Okay, 2 more. So 11. Yeah. Well, I was gonna quit at 10, so 11's good. Turn around. So the 7210 will be nice to have. Maybe since the bottom of that field 10 is a little bit flat, maybe we put another sheep pen in there. Have 2 sheep pens going. Really, since this is an agribusiness game, the best decision I could make, or the best thing I could do, is probably build a spinnery. Then we won't lose so much of our. Then we're essentially turning grass into cloth. That's our process. We just have sheep in the middle. Since I got a bunch of the toys off of this map, there's not as many places left to go to find them. So that was fun though, those first few episodes. Sure, I lost some viewership doing that, but I enjoyed it. Alright, so I think over this winter, I know this is not totally related to what we're doing, but over this winter I might do a little more logging. Gives us an excuse to use our truck, which I really like that truck. Okay, Y, I think, unloads. What's this gonna be, like 3,000? $3,500. Can I make that turn? Or should I back into the corner and go out that other way? I think I can make that. This is like 18-wheeler kind of turn here. You gotta swing a little wide. Swing wide. Sweet chariot. Alright, we're gonna do this like an old cowboy movie, except the sunset is. Where's the sunset? Oh, it's morning. There's no sunset. But I'm gonna ride off into the sunset. Say thank you all so much for checking out this episode, for supporting the channel, and hopefully in the next one we'll be doing something other than straw. We might have to finish this straw job for a little bit, but hopefully we can get time advanced and start working on something new. Thanks so much for checking it out. See you in the next one. Bye for now.